Talk about the big story that came out of Pakistan. Shanghai Cooperation Organization Heads of Government Summit took place in Islamabad, and India was represented by External Affairs Minister Dr. Jaishankar. A very important, significant move by India, because for the longest, Indian Prime Minister, Indian ministers were not visiting Pakistan. This is after 9 years that we're seeing the External Affairs Minister of India actually visit and attend a summit or a conference in person in Pakistan. Now, what really changed over here? There are very significant moves. India continues to maintain that talks and terror cannot go together. This certainly was not a bilateral visit. It was a visit where India was representing itself at the SCO, where two important members are China and Russia. 2017 was the year when the newest members were included in SCO, which were Pakistan and India. And the condition was that India-Pakistan bilateral ties or the rift and acrimonious relations between the two countries should not impact SCO. The reason we saw, instead of a virtual representation, Dr. Jaishankar made it a point to go to Pakistan. But he also made it a point to show that slight shift wherein there were no war of words. There were no heated exchanges that we saw in Goa when the SCO foreign ministers meeting had taken place, and there was serious exchange of words between Dr. Jaishankar and his Pakistani counterpart, then Pakistani counterpart, Bilawal Bhutto Zardari. Having said that, the tones had tempered down. Is it a way forward? Is something we'll have to wait and see. But the big story that we bring to you is our interaction. The Indian media contingent interacted with the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, and Chief Minister of the Punjab, Maryam Nawaz. Very significant statements came out of there as well. Nawaz Sharif insisted that this is a start. Jaishankar's visit to Pakistan is a start, and that there should be no halt, no disruption of this process, that the two countries need to engage. He also said that 75 years have passed and all that India and Pakistan have done is achieved nothing. Instead, the two countries have lost a lot. It is time that both countries don't look at the past but look to the future. Can that really happen is the question. Because for India, it is important that terrorism as an instrument of state policy is not used by Pakistan. And that's something that Dr. Jaishankar emphasized in his country statement at the SCO as well. He brought out two very important points. One is that across the border activities, tempering things down and not using the word cross-border terrorism, nonetheless saying that across the border activities, issues like terrorism, extremism, radicalism should not be given space at all, and there can be no forward movement or peace in the region should that continue. The other very important point he made, with China in the room, is sticking to India's position on the CPEC project of China and Pakistan that runs through POK. He spoke about respecting each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty. The message very strong coming in from Nawaz Sharif. Apart from the fact that he wants both leaders to meet at COP should they go in November, he also said that it is time to bring about change and not to lose momentum, that this conversation and engagement between the two countries should not stop. He also spoke about a very important aspect, something very close to his heart too, that is cricket and cricket diplomacy. The Champions Trophy that is to take place in Pakistan. Pakistan is waiting to hear from India whether the Indian cricket team will be going there or not. Nawaz Sharif actually said that the Indian cricket team should go, and if it were him, he would have given permission for the Pakistani cricket team to go visit Pakistan and play. He also said that if the Pakistani team come to India for the Asia Cup that will be held later next year, and they reach the finals, then he will actually come to India to watch the match. And finally, very importantly, he also spoke about Prime Minister Narendra Modi, thanking him for his visit, and said that it was a special gesture. Make no mistake about that. Finally, on the issue of Imran Khan, he said, and he solely and squarely blamed Imran Khan for the souring and dipping of ties between India and Pakistan. He said that his words, his language were the reason why the relationship between India and Pakistan stands absolutely destroyed. So Pakistan does stand to gain if things become better between India and Pakistan, but for India, the matters of security are crucial, and India will have to see whether if Pakistan really wants to engage, whether if they're going to move forward on tackling terrorism.